Welcome into the Brooks Bench with your host, Brooke, aka Shiggy, and my co-host, Megan.
What's up?
Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Today we will be previewing the ACC. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. If you haven't, we have already covered Big Ten and SEC. Those videos are on our channel. And like I said, while you're there, hit that subscribe button. But today, let's get into the ACC preview. So as you guys know, season tips off November 4th, right around the corner. Our last video will be covering the Big 12 right before season starts. So I'm excited. As you guys know, we'll be going over the preseason awards and we'll be previewing the ACC conference and the top 25 ranked teams that fell into the ACC teams fell into the AP top 25. But okay, let's first start off with preseason awards. Preseason player of the year is Hannah Hidalgo. Honestly, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Do you see anyone rivaling? Did I say that right? Rivaling Hannah Hidalgo for that award?
Um, yeah, I think, we can't rule out NC State.
Mm-hmm.
You got Isaiah James, Sanaya Rivers over there that could
Mm-hmm.
easily compete for that, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, even Hannah's teammate Olivia Miles is back.
Yep.
Curious to see, I mean, she was hot before she got injured. So, I mean, that's another name we can mention. But I think Sanaya Rivers, I think that would be her rival for that reward. I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah.
ACC is talented, and it's gonna be tough. It's always tough.
Mhm.
Um, Preseason All ACC team, we have Hannah Hidalgo, Tanai Latson, Sanaya Rivers, Isaiah James, Olivia Miles, Sonia Citron, Michaela Timpson, Alyssa Utsby, Reagan Richardson, and Kamora Johnson. Yeah, I don't think we need any additions or
Mhm.
subtractions. I mean, the ACC, these are tough competitors. I mean, all these kids are talented. I'm just excited to see. I know Notre Dame had a couple injuries, which I'm curious to see how they adapt to.
Mhm.
And, because I feel like we're excited for Notre Dame every year, but they always sustain an injury that kind of holds them back just a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, West Belt's going to be missing. And I know another player is going to be missing. I think it's Bransford. Can't remember her name off the top of my head,
Mhm.
but they're going to be missing a chunk of the first couple of games. Predicted order of finish. We had Notre Dame at 1, NC State at 2, Duke at 3, Louisville at 4, Florida State at 5, North Carolina at 6, Stanford at 7, Miami at 8, Virginia at 9, Georgia Tech at 10, Syracuse at 11, Virginia Tech at 12, Clemson at 13, Cal at 14, Boston College at 15, SMU at 16, Wake Forest at 17, and Pitt at 18. Wow, this is a huge conference. I did not realize how big this was. Um, the conference did add Stanford, Cal, and SMU this season. So not a lot of additions, but still, this conference is pretty big.
Yeah.
I would. Sorry, go ahead.
No, keep going.
I would like to say I think NC State is going to rival Notre Dame. I feel like NC State always flies under the radar,
Yeah.
especially during March Madness. They made that Final Four run. But what do you think?
I think it's pretty accurate. The only thing I was thinking is that Florida State would maybe be above Louisville, but
Interesting.
yeah, no, I think it's those top five, six
Mm-hmm.
look good in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, it's crazy. We're right now past the days of Stanford being the top contender in basketball as of right now.
Hmm.
Curious to see how they adapt, in my opinion. Obviously Virginia Tech's gonna fall. I'm sure it's gonna be a tough road. Um, anyone in here that you think is gonna be a sleeper in this conference that we're not really talking about, but they vie for that top position?
Um, no, I think it's gonna be between NC State and Notre Dame. I mean, yeah, no. What
No.
about you?
They're not a sleeper, but I really like Duke this season. They got
Yeah.
that Toby. I want to say her last name's Fournier. But I don't know if I said that right. You didn't see that she can dunk.
From Canada, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see her play. I like Duke. I think they're a scrappy team.
Yeah.
And I want to see how they fare in the ACC, honestly.
Yeah.
But okay, over to the team breakdowns. So we only go over the teams in the ACC that landed in the top 25. So those are Notre Dame at 6, NC State at 9, Duke at 11, North Carolina at 15, Louisville at 17, and Florida State at 19. I do want to say I am surprised North Carolina's ranked this high,
Mm.
especially over Florida State. What would you like? Am I like off on that opinion?
Um,
I mean, they lose Deja Kelly and they all of a sudden are ranked 15th in the top 20, top 25. I don't think that's a good thing.
yeah, no, I think it's because they're bringing in, I guess, a few good freshmen.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, that is true though. That's a big score that's leaving.
All right. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think Florida State is competitive. I know that they kind
Hmm.
of flip-flop. Last year they're kind of in and out of the top 25.
Hmm.
But I don't know. After losing an important piece like Deja Kelly, who's carried UNC
Hmm.
for a very long time, and now they're 15. I don't know. That's just my opinion, honestly. But okay, let's go to Notre Dame, number 6 in the AP top 25. They only lost Anna DeWolf. Oh, they lost Anna DeWolf. I didn't know that. Jenna Brown and Becky Obman Obinma. Thank you. I don't know. And then they lost Natalija Marshall. I just probably butchered that as well. She transferred out. Um, they did get 2 transfers, Liatu King, solid, and then Eliza Carlin. And they only had one freshman, Kate Koval from Ukraine. But she's the number 5 prospect in ESPN's rankings, which is awesome. I mean, that's pretty tough coming into a Notre Dame team that we've had high hopes for. And we're
Hmm.
finally going to see, well, Maddie Westbelt. I want to see Maddie Westbelt with this team, but we're finally going to see Olivia Miles, Hannah Hidalgo, and Sonia Citron all play together. That is exciting. Um, and now this new forward, 6'5".
Yeah, that's good.
That's good
Yeah,
for their
she's
future,
gonna be
just in
good.
general.
Yeah,
Yeah, right? And then they get the Liatu King from Pitt.
yeah, and
She
that's a
had,
good transfer
yeah,
too.
she had a great year last year, averaged
Yeah.
18.7 points per game, 10.3 rebounds per game. Coming in as a graduate, another forward. I mean, they went out and got some good bigs. Another forward they got Liza Carlin from Marquette, 17.7 points per game and 7.9 rebounds per game. So I
Mhm.
mean, Notre Dame went and got some reinforcements, and I'm excited to see how Notre Dame does. I know last
Yeah,
year, I said that I was most excited for Notre Dame and Ohio
yeah,
State. But what do you think about Notre Dame?
yeah. No, I think I just want them to stay healthy because they
Mm-hmm.
have the key players to really go far this year.
Yes.
Um, they got some some bigs to help out down low to help Maddie out.
Mm-hmm.
Olivia Miles comes back. I'm excited to see how she's gonna play with Hannah.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, no, they're the most exciting team that I'm waiting to see play. So
Do you think with the addition of Olivia Miles, do you think it hurts Hannah Hidalgo? Or not hurts, but maybe not, she doesn't perform as well as she did her freshman year because we all know Olivia Miles, she calls for the ball. Like she is also a Hannah Hidalgo. I mean,
yeah,
she's also a scorer. Like she needs the ball in her hands as well.
I look at it as a 1-2 punch because I think about the pressure that some of the teams try to give them last year, and
Mm-hmm.
it brings another ball handler.
Mm-hmm.
They can't put as many high eyes on Hannah and Maddie like they did last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like it spreads the court
Mm-hmm.
because even with Sonia Citron,
Mm-hmm.
like you got to play straight up. You can't really try to double because you kick it to Olivia, she can get to the rack.
Yeah.
It's just it spreads the ball out. It allows for Hannah to have another ball handler.
Mm-hmm.
It allows Sonia to already be down the court to be able
Mm-hmm.
to shoot threes. I don't know. I'm excited to see.
I know. I just every year we get our hopes up about Notre Dame and something happens like an injury or, something unexpected. So I don't know. I'm
I
curious to
think
see. Huh?
I'll say one more thing too, because when I watched Hannah last year, I felt like she enjoys distributing the ball too.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think she might give it up and let Olivia get hers.
Hmm.
And that's what's going to catch people sleeping, because that's what would happen was Hannah, she would give these nice assists and then you're sleeping and then she got the quick first step right to the
Mm-hmm.
layup on you. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think it could maybe help her.
Yeah. I'm just curious to see if they're going to ease Olivia Miles back in or if she's had
Yeah.
enough time off where they've already done that throughout the preseason. So curious to see how that, breaks down, right?
Yeah.
Okay, over to NC State, number 9 in the AP Top 25. A lot of returners, a lot of solid returners. They did lose River Baldwin and Mimi Collins. Those were
They're
huge.
bigs. Yeah.
That's a huge loss for them, honestly. They also lost Gianna Issa.
Mm.
She transferred out Alyssa Lewis and Katie Penauta. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. They did get a couple of freshmen. We have Lorena Awawa. I hope I pronounced that right, from Illinois, 6'5" center. Uh, they got Zam Jones. Where was I? NC State's tough. Why are they only ranked 9? Okay. They got Zam Jones, ranked number 21 in ESPN's top 25, or not top 25 rankings. In their rankings, 5'7" guard from North Carolina, McDonald's All-American, Naismith All-American. They got Devin Quigley from New Jersey, ranked number 50. They got Tilda Triger from Sweden. We love an international player, 6'6" forward. Zam Jones, this is going to be great. With Isaiah and Sanaya Rivers. Wow, I like this team just even more now. I just didn't even realize, I forgot that they had Zam. Did you watch Zam in what was it, OTE or
No.
overtime when they did the one-on-ones? No? Okay.
No, I didn't watch it this year.
It was good. Then they also got a transfer, Caitlin Weimer from Boston U. She's a graduate, 6'4" forward, very decorated, 18.7 points per game and 10.6 rebounds per game. Another big for them. I mean, that's great. I like how they have a freshman. I mean, I know the freshmen don't always get to play, but two big freshmen, a big graduate. When you lose Mimi Collins and River Baldwin, man, I like how NC State's looking. I mean, their
Yeah.
guards are always nice. But what do you think about NC State?
Yeah, I just think, I mean, like you said, they lost their big, so I hope that, Caitlin can come in and contribute to that. Their guard play is out of control.
I
Like
know, my God, it's
they're,
nice.
yeah, they got depth there. I
Yeah.
don't think they're gonna have any issues trying to find ways to score the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that if they play teams where they got bigs, there
Yeah.
might be some struggling there with rebounding. So the guards are going to have to rebound. Luckily, you have lanky kind of guards
Mm-hmm.
for NC State, But yeah, I think, with them bringing a lot of their guards back, there's still going to be a push against NC. So Notre Dame, I mean.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for NC State. I feel like everyone sleeps on them. Last year, I know, like, I feel like they did kind of struggle in like regular season for a little bit. That's why I think people slept on them in the March Madness, and then they just killed it. I mean,
Yeah.
they were on. It was
They
exciting
know
to
how to
watch.
push. They know how to play a
They
fast
play
tempo
fast.
game.
Yes.
So it's just whether or not these bigs like can keep up and contribute really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because the guards, I mean, they didn't skip a beat there. They only added to that.
Well, yeah, and it's like, okay, they have the same guards from last year, but like River
Yeah.
Baldwin and Mimi Collins played a lot of minutes for them.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of people that their backups, they didn't get those minutes. So now it's adjusting. Everything's about adjusting, basically, right? Okay, over to Duke at 11 in the AP Top 25. Returning a lot. They did lose Kennedy Brown and Camilla Emsbo to graduation. No one transferred out. I like Duke. I think their culture is there. I like the coach.
I
I
think
like
it's
the head coach.
finally there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They did have a couple of freshmen. Janessa Cotton from California, a McDonald's All-American, ranked number 80 in the ESPN's rankings. Toby, see? It's Fournier, right?
Yeah.
Fournier? Okay, from Canada, 6'2" forward. I mean, everyone knows her. She went viral for dunking, just regular. So I'm excited to see it. Ranked number 10 in ESPN's rankings, in Ariana Robertson from Texas, 6'4" center. Another great addition, number 17 in the ESPN's rankings. I'm excited for Duke. I think they showed signs of getting to that next level, for me anyways.
Yeah.
I think they are missing, I don't know. They're missing something. There's something that like needs to get them over that hump, because when Celeste Taylor was there, we were like, oh, she can like just carry this team. And like she did, but then they lost her, and not that they did bad, but they kind of idled for me in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like another year together, they didn't lose a lot of players.
Yeah,
With the addition of their freshmen. I mean, I like it. But what do you think?
I like it too. But I always tell you, I always get frustrated with Duke every year because we always lose good players.
Hmm.
We just I don't know. It was just something about the culture there. Just
Yeah.
we kept every year we kept having to find another person to build around.
Yeah.
But I love the coaching now. I think that they play with a lot of heart.
Hmm.
And they're definitely going to look to be a defensive team first.
Hmm.
So I think bringing in the big freshmen is,
Yeah.
that's really going to help. So just hopefully we can keep them and do strong, do good this year. So we'll see.
Yeah. I feel like
I
the
don't want to get
commit.
too excited.
Oh my God. I feel like the commitment from Toby just kind of solidifies someone they can build around and
Yeah,
strive, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, they always lose a big name and then it's like, okay, back to
always.
the drawing board, you know?
Yep.
Um, so I'm excited for Duke. I like Duke. I think they've turned it around in recent years. Um, but yeah, I agree with you. Over to North Carolina, ranked number 15. They did not, oh my God, they had so many people transfer out. Riley Grays, Deja Kelly, Tiana Key, Paulina Paris, Anya Poole, and Alexandra Zayla. That's a lot. See what I'm talking about? They lost a lot of people to be ranking them number 15. I don't know. I don't really like it, in my opinion. In my opinion? In my opinion. They did have some freshmen. Lainey Grant from Virginia, 5'9" guard, ranked number 59. Blanca Thomas from North Carolina, 6'5" center. That's tough. Number 32, Jordan Zubik from Minnesota, number 69 rank, and Treyana Crisp from Arizona State. Oh, that's a transfer. My bad. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Talk about the freshmen. Good recruiting class. Love the bigs. Utsby's still there. Obviously, this is gonna. I just don't know how they're gonna do this. Donarski's still there as well. I mean, I don't know. Losing Deja Kelly, I feel like when you say UNC, you think Deja Kelly,
Yeah.
Alyssa Usby, the 1-2 punch. Um, I know Renee Kelly did well. Or was it Renee Kelly or India and Navarre that really stepped up and kind of played and helped Deja Kelly out a little bit? But I mean, you lost a lot of people, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. I mean, they weren't like, oh wow. Like Deja Kelly was the biggest loss in my opinion. Um, I don't know. How do you feel about UNC?
Yeah, I'm surprised that they are ranked as high as they are. Um, yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
don't
you
like
bring
it.
in some guards, but
I don't think I
I
like
really
it.
thought I really thought Florida State would be ranked higher.
Me too. Yeah, I would say that as well.
But
They did get two transfers. Like I said, Triana Chris, I kind of jumped the gun on that one. From Arizona
mhm,
State, averaged 12.1 points per game, 2.9 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game. And then Grace Townsend from Richmond, 5'5" guard, 13.4 points per game, 4.9 rebounds per game, and 5.2 assists per game. I mean, good additions, solid guards. But you already had, I mean, Renee Kelly and then Navarre weren't bad. And
mhm,
Dinarsk, I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not always high on UNC. They're just maybe I'm a hater, but I don't know. I'm not too high on them. I don't think they're gonna stay in the top 25 for long unless they surprise me. I like Alyssa Usby. I think she's very talented.
mhm.
Um, but what do you think?
Yeah, I think they're ranked a little high, but I guess we'll see. We'll find out, huh?
Everything's always a guessing game until you
Yeah,
actually see the team play, and then you get a feel, and you're like, oh, okay, I can see why. But you know that initial AP top 25 is always crazy. Like, I feel like they don't know, so they're just like, we'll go based off your name. And
yeah,
it's like they'll go based off the name of the team, and then also if they lost a major player or not,
yeah.
and then they're like, okay, we'll just put him here.
Hmm.
Okay, over to Louisville, number 17. Well, they did graduate Kiki Jefferson, Nina my gosh, Rickards, and Sydney Taylor. They also lost Elia Love, Alexia Mobley, and Henny Von Schaik. Shock. They transferred out. They did return Cochran. Man, is Cochran like a graduate now? I feel like we've been
Yeah.
watching Cochran for a very long time. Not, I love Cochran though. She's gritty. I love it. But
Yeah.
man, I feel like she's been there for a long time, no?
Yeah. She's a senior. I think she was young when she was playing with Van Liff,
Van
but
Lith. Oh, okay.
yeah.
They had a huge recruiting class. So Azella Arenas, is that Gilbert Arenas' daughter?
I think so.
Oh, that's dope. Number
Yeah.
88 in ESPN's
That's why she wears
rankings.
0, like her daddy.
Okay.
Hmm.
Reagan Bender from Kentucky. Amari Berry from Tennessee, ranked number 19. Anaya Hardy from Michigan. Isla Jeffermans from Australia. McKinley Randolph, ranked number 23. And Tajana Roberts. Hope I said that right. California ranked number 24. Solid recruiting class, in my opinion. I
Yeah.
like Louisville. I will always ride for Louisville, and they will always remain in the top 25 somehow. I
Hmm.
like Walls. I'm here for him. I think he's a great coach.
Yeah.
I was bummed when Van Lith left. I don't know what happened there. But
Hmm.
hey, you gotta do you, right? But what do you think about Louisville? They did lose a chunk of, I mean, ooh, they did lose a chunk. But they did bring in a solid class. So it's just gonna be a younger team.
Hmm.
Um, what do you think?
No, I think it's good. I think they brought in a great freshman class.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think Louisville, Olivia is a good leader. She
Mm-hmm.
sets the tone a lot of times. Jada's good. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're gonna be right up there at the top as well, like they're always.
Yeah.
It's just whether or not the freshmen can, you know, kick off right away because they're gonna need them right away.
Yeah. That's why
So
I was looking at this. I was like, ooh,
mhm.
they're gonna probably be starting some freshmen, especially in the big.
Yeah, they're
I
gonna have
mean,
to.
yeah. But I mean,
So
solid recruiting class.
yeah,
Honestly.
I'm excited to see Amari Berry and
Mm.
Arenas.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Me too. I agree with you. I agree. But I'm just the forward from Australia probably gonna be
mhm.
plug and played. I mean, they did get a top 20 23rd ranked McKinley Randolph from California 6-0 forward.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I'm
not
excited to
familiar
see it.
too much with her game, but
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, she got good accolades.
Yeah, and I mean Walls always finds a way. He's always
Yeah.
relevant somehow. Um, but yeah, I'm here for Louisville. That's why well, this UNC being ranked this high is just throwing me off a little bit, okay?
Hmm.
Okay, let's get to Florida State, number 19. They did lose a couple.
Hmm.
Oh, they lost Bajetti. I didn't know she was
Hmm.
a senior. They graduated Sarah Bajetti and Alexis Tucker. Uh, they did get a couple of transfers. They did not get any freshmen. That's
Yeah.
concerning. But
Yeah.
okay,
Weird.
that's why they're ranked this low. No, I'm just saying. They
Hmm.
did get a couple transfers. Sydney Bowles from Texas A&M. 6-0 guard, 3.5 points per game, 2 rebounds per game. Um, Morlaya Chavez, Eastern Arizona, 11.8 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, and Rayan Diaz dos Santos from Gulf Coast, 11.8 rebound or points per game, 3.1 rebounds per game, 3.2 assists per game, and Malia Williams from Cincinnati, 8.3 points per game and 5.9 rebounds per game. Okay, maybe I understand why Florida State is ranked a little down here. But they okay, they have some solid people still. We got Gordon, Latson, and Timpson. I mean, returners still solid. I know they did struggle. They lost a couple big games last year that
Yeah.
bumped them out of the top 25. No more Bajetti, which was a spark for them.
Yeah.
Um, their transfers are all right. They're not like, whoa, any big
Yeah.
names. And with no freshmen, I mean, maybe I understand why they were ranked 19 now. What do you think?
It is weird they had no freshmen, but I mean,
Yeah.
I think I believe Gordon and Timpson is both seniors, but the rest are like juniors.
Hmm.
But still, I mean, you would want to bring in some freshmen to learn from them. But I don't know. I still think they are kind of ranked low because I mean, yeah, they lose Sarah Bajetti, but for them, especially last year, I don't know what it was. She kept hitting those at the end
My
like
God.
buzzer winners.
Mm.
But still, I think they're bringing back a good solid core. that
Yeah.
it just surprised me that they're ranked a little low.
Yeah. I mean, comparing losing Bajetti to Deja Kelly, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm still trying to refer back to UNC
that's
here.
true. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if either kind of falls in and out of the top 25. But Louisville, in my opinion, and Duke and NC State and Notre Dame will probably just float in the top 25 for the rest of the year, honestly. Do you think Notre Dame can challenge the top three teams in our opinion, USC, South Carolina, and UConn?
Um,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I
They're,
want to,
yeah,
yeah.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
know. I say there's a chance. There's
I
always a
know.
chance, but man, those three teams are just
I know.
dominant teams,
I know.
and they got some good, like, man,
Like all around
USC.
good.
I'm still excited for them,
I
man.
know. I can't wait to watch them play. You know, they play for us over here in the West Coast at like 9 a.m. on
Oh
November 4th
well,
or 11 a.m. or something like that. I'm like, great. I really want to see them play. I can't wait. Kiki Iriafen going there just like solidified my hopes for them to win a championship. I
uh-huh.
just love Kiki Iriafen. I just feel like she was slept on her entire career.
And that's gonna be good for
Juju.
Juju.
Oh my
Uh-huh.
God. Can you imagine? Um, but okay. I mean, yeah, I think Notre Dame out of the ACC is gonna be, yeah, they're gonna finish number one. I mean, if you didn't pick Notre Dame, who would be your contender for number one? Finishing number one in the ACC.
And see,
Yeah. I want it for some reason. There's like this, like, you know, when they say like your gut feeling? I don't know
yeah.
why it's leaning towards Duke. I don't know. Maybe
Oh,
this is like, that's like a wild card for me. Duke is, I think, a wild card for me. But yeah, I would have to say NC State would be the challenger for Notre Dame. Um,
yeah.
it's crazy no longer seeing Virginia Tech up there. Stanford's at least Stanford landed in ACC top 25 because I think Stanford's going to struggle in my opinion. Um, but okay, let us know what you guys think about the ACC. Another competitive conference.
Uh-huh.
Next week, or actually, we'll release it this week. We'll be going over the Big 12. We finally get to talk about Audie Crooks, my favorite Big 12 player ever. No, I'm just playing. But let us know your guys' opinion on the ACC. Do you think Hannah Hidalgo is just going to sweep it, the player of the year? Does Notre Dame take the ACC? I want to know your guys' opinions. Like I said, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We'll be coming out with the Big 12 preview. If you didn't catch it, we already went over the Big 10 and the SEC. Go check those videos out on our channel. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate it, and we'll be back soon. Peace.
Peace.